Hi, what's up, beautiful people? Ibrahim Ayomide once again from Green Illustration Studio. Now we are going to be trying to use Snapseed once again for our design, but this time we are trying to use Snapseed to edit another photo entirely. We used Snapseed earlier for flyer photo editing. Try to use Snapseed to make our flyer more dramatic. You understand? So let's try to use Snapseed for photo editing. I'm talking about adjusting our image properties. I'm talking about your highlights, adjusting your image quality, basically playing around a design. For example, let's say I have this dramatic image here. Please don't mind the fact that the person is crying or something. We have different effects that we can apply, and one thing that I like about this platform is that whatever feature that you applied, whatever feature that you apply to it, I'm talking about whatever preset that you apply to it, it is there. They are like premium presets. They are very high quality. Whichever one pops your image, you see nice quality. This image I got it from, what's the platform? Pexel. We have that platform. You should be familiar with it by now. Pexel. Pexel is a platform where we download free stock images from. So I'm currently on styles. That's not where I want to be. I want to be on tools because I would like to make my own effect myself, right? Because I noticed that for this design I'll be making something like a flyer that is going to mean something about a sad story or whatever, but I want it to be dark. Some focus on the face, but I want most of it to be dark. That kind of vibe. I'll go to start. I'm going to start with my curve as usual. You might have thought. Your curve again helps you to adjust your highlight and your shadow on your image, right? If you take it up, it becomes brighter. If you take it back, it become darker. So again, I want to put some emphasis on that face. I don't want that brightness. I want something that creates a level of contrast, and again, a little bit down here as well. The face is the point of call. I have that's not the best that I can do. I'll go ahead to get something related to image, tune image as well. Right up top, the first icon on the list, I'll click on tune image. When I click on tune image, you have the magic wand to the right. If you click on magic wand, it automatically just auto adjust it. That means you don't want to do the work. But I'll go ahead to click on cancel for that. I'll go back to that same tool again. I'll click on tune image, but this time I'll try to do it myself. How do I want to do that? When I scroll at the middle, you know how it does now. Everything is currently on 0 now. I'm going to be starting with the brightness. See how brightness, like I said, I told you guys, whatever preset you are trying to adjust on brightness, go to the most extreme end, right? Start from the center, go to the most extreme end. That's the full brightness, and this one is without brightness. This is more like what I'm looking for, but I will not use brightness for everything yet. I'll bring it down a little bit, just like this. Take a little bit of the brightness away, like this. I'll leave it at minus 36, and I'll click on check. In fact, before clicking on check, I'll go back to that brightness again. I'll come down to something known as contrast, and I'll also give it some contrast. Not this way, maybe the other way. I'm losing the details on the shirt already, but I need that face, right? Around 47 still works for me. And I'll go back again from contrast. I'll move to something. Saturation is okay. I feel like we have saturation going on. Maybe a little bit. Ambience is also fine from my own end. I'll go to highlight. Now let me see how highlight can help me here. Not so nice. Right. I'll reduce the highlight to even maybe put it on minus 94, something like this. And I'll take it down from highlight again. I'll go to shadows. Highlight is for the light areas of your design. Shadows is for the dark area of your design. If I increase my shadows, you can see that my shirt is becoming lighter. Right? That's not what I want. I want it to be even darker. It's the face that I just want them to see. Right? The face, the guitar is also showing, but more emphasis on the face. I'll leave it this way. Alright? I'll leave it this way so that it's emotional. Right? Apart from the shadow, I'll leave the warmth. When you are using warmth, you are trying to add a tint to it. And I don't want that tint at all, either warm or hot. No, I don't want that tint. So I'll put that back towards 0. if you want to put it back at 0, you just have to bring that black line down to the middle, and then it will be back to 0. Now what I want to do here, I feel like I've adjusted most of the things I would like to adjust. Maybe I should increase. Let me see the ambience, if ambience can do anything for me. Maybe not. Maybe not. Like I said, all these designs are not like there is a way you go about it. Maybe there are some principles on how much you do of something, but depending on whatever feeling you are trying to evoke, whatever plan you have with that image, you get to use whatever that works. Basically, there is not like a process that you adjust the ambience first and you now no, this is not that. Photo editing is whatever picture you have captured. If there's over exposure, you are trying to reduce that. If there is under exposure, you are trying to make it more exposed. And basically, it is your own discretion. It is no, there's no one size fits all here. Let me try to use some portrait effect so that it blurs the background, right? Spotlight on the face a little bit, right? Let me use face spotlight. How does that look? Can you see we have more light on the face? Maybe I'll take it down even more. I'll leave that. I'll click on check for that as well. Let me look on the list here. I think we have something else that I would like to use. Let me lens blur would work for this a lot. Now if I drag this point, I can how it works is if I drag the last line. In fact, let me drag in the box. I have the blur strength and the likes. If I go ahead to scale this thing down to become over, you understand, if I can scale it down to be small. Basically the focus on the face is the one where everything is visible. Everything outside is going to be blur. Right now, let me adjust the blur strength. Now, can you see that it is more focusing on the face? Now, every other thing is blurred out, but maybe that's not what we want. Maybe not as much, right? Or maybe like this. Maybe that much as well. Maybe. Let's see. I don't want it to be. Let me just increase the size a little bit, and I'll drag it to the face. Right. In fact, the tears itself. Let me see how that looks. I need to see the tears, the face, the eye, and the tears. I think I'll leave it this way. I'll go ahead to check, and I can go ahead again. I told you guys to please go ahead from your own and try to explore, see different effects here. I cannot go ahead to explain all these things to you, but I feel like if you go ahead to make some time out to see how these things can work, you'll be surprised how much more you can do with this simple application here. Right? Maybe I'm not trying to add this. I don't think so. I'll cancel this. I think I like it this way. It's working for me already. I think I have exactly what I need. But let me go to HDRI shape. On HDRI shape, let me go to nature, people, fine, strong. What do I have here? Okay, now let's add a write-up. Let me say this is what I want. I feel like this is working for me. This is working for me. I can just put what should I call it? Let's go back to it. I'll go ahead and put a type there. I'll call it. Let me just look for a funny. What tag would have been a very nice one here. I don't know. Let me just add something. Double tap here to change the text. So I'll go ahead to change something like a sad love story. Who writes like this? Come on. Sad. A sad love story. I'll click on OK. If I put that maybe at top corner left. In fact, not a love story, in fact. It's a sad love song. You can see the guitar near the guy. A sad love song, right? Song. and I click on OK, and I feel like this is what I want, I can just put it on a tag here. In fact, I can make it more obvious. Right, if this is what I want, you can go ahead and use that. In fact, if you want to change the color, be my guest, change the color to whatever, whatever works, but white will definitely be a better option here because of the dark theme that we have been able to apply there. Let me look at invert. What do you mean by invert? No, let's do it bright. Last part, the text type, every other thing works for me really. I don't really have any other style that we can use. A sad love song. Nice. If this is what I want after adjusting my image, like I said, there's no one size fits all. You select your image, you go ahead to add whatever feeling or vibe you are trying to insert into it. If you ask me to add this, I won't add this to my design. I'll throw this text, I'll throw it away outside of the window, right? I'll throw it out of the window. Let me go ahead to undo this nonsense. I'll rather make my design text maybe inside my undo. Look at my text here. Look, if I click on it, look at the original. If I drop it, look at the final. If I click on it, look at the original. If I drop my mouse, look at the final. Because of the kind of vibe, I can put some text right below here where I have the guitar end. I can put some text because I have made that place darker. So I can put something like a white text that will create something like a drama there in that section. So I have downloaded some images. I'm going to be sharing those images on the platform where you guys can also practice with on our design. So go back to the Telegram group, even our WhatsApp group. I'm going to be dropping the pictures for you to work with, and I'm going to be dropping another flyer for you to use for your photo editing. I have a flyer that I can give to you guys. So look out on the section. I'll be dropping a flyer and some few pictures for you to edit, to practice with. And I'll go ahead to something called export. Under export, I'll go to what export this image as a copy. So when I export it, I'll go ahead to view. Just like any other time, whenever you export, it saves a copy for you on your phone. And like I said, on your device, let it load up. Like I said, when you hold on any image that you're currently working on, it shows the original, and then it also gives you a copy. Can you see the original? See the final result you're able to come up with. That'll be all for now. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I need you to do that. Help the algorithm.